Here's your With the Hard Facts live from the CNN News 18 Federal Bank studios, the primetime studios. And viewers, I am very, very happy to announce tonight that no Hindu, Sikh, Jain, Christian, Buddhist hunted by Islamist hate in Pakistan, Bangladesh or Afghanistan will ever need to think twice about living a life of indignity after seeking refuge in India. The N.D.A government has walked the talk, and today 300 people who fled Islamist terror were handed their citizenship certificates. Not only has the N.D.A conferred a life of dignity upon these innocents, but its actions also exposed the truth about Islamist extremism in the subcontinent that is almost exclusively directed against Hindus and Sikhs. Unfortunately, the I.N.D.I.A Alliance has declared that they intend to repeal the CAA because it is anti-Muslim. If the I.N.D.I.A Alliance goes ahead with its decision, many say it will only end up whitewashing Islamist hate, and that too out of a sense of appeasement. Let's open this up, viewers. We get straight to the point with Kamru Chaudhary with us, Senior Congress leader. Mr. Chaudhary, today is a special day for all those who have fled Islamist hate, Islamist bigotry. But I am told that the India bloc and its leading lights want to repeal this great law, this benefactorial law. Are you so blinded by the need to appease the minority community that you will go against the interests of all these others? The Prime Minister has accused the Congress repeatedly of putting only Muslim interests ahead of everyone else's. Why would you do this?
Because we have got a Prime Minister who is a bigot. I don't have any qualms in repeating what I often say in various news channels, in social media.
I make strong objection to this kind of reckless allegation by this man.
You can respond. You can respond. Let him finish.
And it is very unfortunate for us. Now, coming back to the main point that you are raising tonight out here, how many number of applications have been received by the Union Home Ministry till date for the citizenship application? Out of the 20 lakh people that have failed the citizenship in Assam, the Assam Chief Minister has said they have received only one application. Out of the crores of Matua Bengalis in Bengal who have said that repeatedly that we are not citizens of India, it seems none of them have applied for the Citizenship Act. Why? Because the rules framed by Amit Shah in a nutshell is a bogus one. Because the moment you apply for the Citizenship Act and rules under the Citizenship Act, Amit Shah's rules state that you have to forego the Indian citizenship first. Now, coming to your point,
forego the Indian citizenship?
What kind of rubbish is this man talking? Rahul, I need to respond. He's getting away
Kamru
with
Chaudhary,
brazen
this
lies.
doesn't apply to Indian
He's
citizens.
getting away with brazen
I know.
lies.
What are you
The
saying?
first
You
point-
know. Then why are you saying this?
What
Okay,
nonsense
ek minute,
is this man
ruk
talking?
jaiye.
No.
What is going on
Come
this
to the
show?
point. Come to the point. Come to the point.
I have come to the
Let me
point.
finish,
The
please.
point is that
Let
you
me
say
finish.
that
Do you know
Amit
you
Shah's
went-
rules
if you
say
go
that
to the-
Indians will have to renounce their citizenship first. But sir, these are not Indian citizens to begin with.
Wait, let me
I need to
finish,
come here.
Rahul.
No,
If you want
Kamru Chaudhary. What is this? Why are you wasting the time? You know, there is...
This is no wasting the time.
this
This
is-
is
this
the
is
fact
not done.
that
This is what
you
fact.
people do
No,
not
this is
want
not a
to
fact.
hear.
This is not a
Lying
fact.
brazenly.
Go
This
to
doesn't
the
apply to
Citizenship
Indian
brazenly.
citizens.
website.
Let the
Rahul,
BJP
go to the
spokesperson
application
come in.
He's coming.
Let the BJP spokesperson come in.
No, wait,
And-
Rahul.
Yes.
Two
No.
seconds.
You had your say.
You go
But
to
you
the
made zero
citizenship
sense.
website.
Rahul, this is
The
not done.
first point, are you
Rahul,
a
this is not
citizen
done.
of
I need to come in
Look,
here.
one minute.
Bangladesh and
Kamru
Afghanistan?
Chaudhary, just 1 minute. I'll give you 3 minutes to read up on
No,
your facts.
I'll
Just read up on your
10
facts. I
seconds,
think you
10
misread your
seconds
notes.
And I will be off for that.
If you want, I can send you my
Can I
notes.
10
Just
seconds,
read them. Just
10
read them,
seconds
and
and
then
I'm
we'll have
off.
an informed conversation.
Rahul,
I'm not going to
Rahul,
entertain.
I'm requesting
No.
10 seconds
Thank you.
and then I'll
Okay,
be
10
off.
seconds. 10 seconds by the watch. I'm going to count you down.
Yes, the Amit Shah rules that he has framed first point that he put out was, are you a citizen of Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan? If yes, proceed forward. Now, all those people who have applied for the citizenship,
we are done. First he said these were Indians who had to renounce their citizenship. Now he says that he accepts what I was saying. So let's just get to the facts, because this gentleman is not going to give us the facts. He hasn't even answered why they actually want to repeal this law. I don't know why, but anyhow, let me bring in Sanju Verma on the first points that he's made, and then I want to bring in Dr. Ranganathan.
Rahul, first and foremost, let's be very clear that way back in 1950, 1950, there was a pact signed between Nehru and his Pakistani counterpart Liaquat Ali, which said that Hindu refugees are, if at some point they want to come back to India, they can do so. We have to return abducted women on both sides of the border. We have to ensure that looted property on both sides of the border is returned. And on both sides of the border, we have to de-recognize forced conversions. These are some of the key provisions of the Nehru-Liaquat Pact.
Yes.
Now, while India stuck to its stance of not engaging in forced conversions, I was shocked when I did some homework before coming to your show. The Hindu population in Karachi was 51.3% in 1947-48, and Pakistan's latest provisional census data says Hindu population is 0.86%, mind you, less than 1%. और यहाँ पर बैठकर कमरू जमान, by the way, let me correct you, my friend. It is not bigot, it is bigot. B-I-G-O-T. मदरसा में आप पढ़े हो, मुझे पता है, पर मदरसा में शायद अंग्रेजी सही तरीके से पढ़ाई नहीं जाती. Go and get yourself a Renan Martin, because you won't even understand Oxford Dictionary. You abuse the Prime Minister day and night. Let me tell you what the definition of bigotry is. The definition of bigotry is when Manmohan Singh says on the 9th of December 2006 that Muslims have the first right to India's natural resources. Bigotry is when the Scheduled Caste Act of 1950 and 1958 is blatantly dismissed and quota within quota is given to Muslims in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh at the cost of Hindu Dalits, Hindu Adivasis. But last point, please. Kamru Zaman, not you, but Rahul's audience needs to know. 31% of PM Kisan goes to minorities, especially Muslims. 33% of Ayushman Bharat goes to minorities, especially Muslims. 34% of PM Ujjwala Yojana goes to minorities, especially Muslims. 37% of PM Mudra Yojana goes to minorities, especially Muslims. 34% of PM Jan Dhan Yojana goes to minorities, especially Muslims, and you yet call Narendra Modi a bigot?
Okay. Dr. Ranganathan, they'll back the entry of Rohingya Muslims and they want citizenship for them, but not Hindus and Sikhs and other non-Muslims who are being persecuted and hunted down because of their faith.
Rahul, couple of issues here. I think Sanju has explained very well the moral obligation India had for enacting CAA, and I'm very glad that it has happened. But I think it's a very sad day because one of the panelists here labeled the Prime Minister a bigot. And I want to spend the next 3 or 4 minutes, if I may, to kind of elaborate on this. Because, in fact, to your channel, the Prime Minister has said just this morning that he doesn't do Hindu-Muslim. Well, that is my grouse with him. He should do Hindu-Muslim. It is because he doesn't do Hindu-Muslim that Hindus have remained ignorant, that Hindus have been guilt-tripped into becoming 8th-class citizens of this country, that Hindus have been actively discriminated against for the last 75 years, that Hindus have been forced to hear 5 times a day through loudspeakers that the only God is Allah and one cannot worship any other deity except Him, that Hindu schools are being closed because of draconian RTE Act while Muslim schools are prospering, that 7 lakh Hindus have become refugees after being victims of genocide. It is because the Prime Minister doesn't do Hindu-Muslim that the only Hindu places of worship are under state control and are being looted, that the draconian Waqf Act exists, and that a 1500-year-old Hindu temple can be declared to be an Islamic land. This while Islam is only 1300 years old. That Hindus can't even approach the courts to reclaim their own demolished temples because of Place of Worship Act. It is because the Prime Minister doesn't do Hindu-Muslim that Muslims have been given blanket reservations as a religious community for 30 years. That his government has been guilt-tripped into promoting preferential schemes like Shadi Shagun, Hajj subsidy, providing interest-free loans for setting up shops on Waqf land. It is because the Prime Minister doesn't do Hindu-Muslim that Hindus and Hinduism have been targeted, because being peaceful and non-predatory, they give the impression that their belief, their way of life, their nation can be subjugated, converted and conquered. Ram Navami processions, Durga Puja processions, Hanuman Jayanti Shobha Yatras, even Garba celebrations are attacked and stolen with impunity. None of these incidents elicit outrage from the cottage industry of activists and journalists who only highlight incidents where Muslims are the victims. It is because the Prime Minister doesn't do Hindu-Muslim that Islamists are shouting from the top of mosques that they will behead Nupur and all those who oppose Azan and Hijab. It is because the Prime Minister doesn't do Hindu-Muslim that Darawa Muslims are gathering in their tens of thousands for the funeral of terrorist Yaqub Mamin. That Muslims are rioting in Aurangabad streets because someone's Facebook post said Aurangzeb was a mass murderer. Rahul, only propagandists are scared of Hindu-Muslim. This becomes apparent because they outrage the moment you talk of the religion other than Hinduism. They never tired exposing the ills of Hinduism. They want to burn the Vedas and the Smritis. They want people to reject Hinduism, leave its fold. But the moment you quote the holy verses, unpalatable to them. The moment you redress the balance, they begin jumping like crabs on a hot pan saying don't talk of religion. Someone tell these hammerheads that religion must be talked about not just some of the time, but all the time. It is a great disruptor. It has led to illogic and irrationality, so we must talk about. So final 10 seconds. So Mr. Prime Minister, don't feel good that you don't indulge in Hindu-Muslim. You should, because if you don't, this nation will go the same way as it did 75 years ago. Rahul. This nation will be divided into Hindu and Muslim.
Okay. Ms. Verma, very quickly, before I bring in Atikur Rahman. Yes.
Okay. Mr. Ranganathan may have his compulsions, but I will make it very clear that Prime Minister Narendra Modi, thanks to him today, after 500 long, painful years of Bhavya Ram Mandir, or Bhavya Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha on the 22nd of January 2024 is a reality. Thanks to Narendra Modi today, I don't feel scared of wearing bhagwa. I don't feel scared of wearing a kalava. I don't feel scared of putting a tika. I don't feel scared of wearing a rudraksh. And thanks to Narendra Modi today, while the interests of minorities have been protected.
On the TV instead of inviting us for your show.
Can I please finish, Rahul? Can I please finish? Thank you. This is the same Narendra Modi who from the ramparts of the Red Fort 3 years back celebrated the 400th birth anniversary of Guru Tegh Bahadur. This is the same Narendra Modi who wears his Hindutva proudly on his sleeves. So Mr. Ranganathan, the Prime Minister is doing what he does. That is why you and me are proud Hindus today, which was not possible.
Atikur Rahman, very quickly, 30 seconds. Should this law be repealed? 30 seconds, sir. Should this law be repealed? Unfortunately, I've run out of time. We have so many advertisements suddenly that have come in that I have to take a break. So 30 seconds, I beg your indulgence, sir. 30 seconds.
Thank you, Rahul. No, it should not be repealed. It should be amended. The Muslims from all persecuted countries, they should be given a chance, because persecuted minorities, I believe, do not have a religion. They are human beings, and persecution is the main factor to give citizenship. India being a secular nation, we should grant them citizenship on the basis of their persecution, not religion.
Okay. Well, viewers.
200 million Shias, please welcome. Come.
Okay.
Yes, welcome. All welcome.
Viewers, I don't know then why we have the land of Pakistan then, or Bangladesh, that is supposed to be a home for Muslims. If they are not safe in their own homes, then why should we have Bangladesh and Pakistan? Their rationale, their raison d'etre to exist goes away. They may as well not exist. Anyhow, viewers, it's a different conversation. I'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.